know that in the first map or in the first series, they really did not look switched on as a squad. I mean, the fact that, with no disrespect to Tenerife Titans, I don't think a side like Secret should be, even wanting or needing, required to play overtime against that level of squad. So it maybe shows that the side isn't ready, or isn't switched on, or isn't, even functioning correctly. But we'll see against a squad like Nine. Now they've had a little bit of a break. Now they've had some time to actually settle into this series. Secret know what needs to be done, and the one thing that does actually speak out to me is Secret have played more meaningful games. They've played the finals to get into MDL. They've played these matches that require a lot more focus than what Nine have, whereas Nine have won a couple of events, but playing against, you know, the lesser teams of the world. They won, I think it was ESN Season 2 against a mixed Polish team. So they've had the finals, but they've not had the pressure of playing against a very, you know, strong side like Secret have.
Yeah, maybe that's one thing that could go in favor of Secret is just that experience. That is definitely the one thing these players have plenty of, which is something the non-players may not necessarily have up their sleeve. But we'll see. Right now, it is going to be not investing in some utility here, the smokes and a few flashbangs, as well as the Molotov. Here's a nice pickup here that can be very useful entering the bomb site, but it could also be very useful in a post-plant scenario. The opponent of the USB is playing close by. There now, the smoke's now being deployed, and there we go. The two-man peak, Synapse and Undercast managing to eliminate two of the remaining players as they pursue the commitment. They are being shut down slowly but surely.
A really good start from Secret. That's exactly what you want to see for a opening pistol round. This is Secret's map pick, of course, so we do have a little bit more of a proving ground for this 9 squad, of course, but that is exactly how you want to see Secret starting. Anarchez and Synopsy doing some incredible work. Cider being tagged up already, and he's one of the players that I'm really going to be keeping my eye on here, considering the fact that at the end of that series where it was almost, you know, mandatory for him to play, he did disappear. But xFlow, good return. At least a 3-on-2 still to play, and with health being low from Percy, well, that doesn't matter. A simple shutdown into a 1v3, a chance to rotate, but should not be a pistol round victory here for 9.
Well, you say that. The one problem for a team like Secret is that there's only one player in the A-bomb site. If Cyrix somehow gets this kill, there's a chance for a bomb plant, but he does not check his corners thoroughly enough, allowing Team Secret to, yes, run away with the victory in the very first round. The pistol goes their way. It comes down to the initial 2 players of Synapsy and Anarchez just holding down B Monster, where they secure the first couple of kills, and the remaining players as they run into the bomb site.
Danger your gun rounds effectively if you do that. I like how they approach this, focusing their efforts towards middle. Pop flash in. Fortunately not going to be extremely effective when AKs are barreling down on ya. Oh, Raptor gets there. Okay.
You were hoping there. You're like, yeah, you're gonna get another kill there.
I was hoping maybe one more, but yeah.
Denied. Absolutely denied. No chance there in the case. Level up with a 2-0 start, and the weaponry of Tenerife Titans obviously valuable and valid and everything. Utility is the only fact that I very much hope they are aware about, because if Level Up realize the low utility situation of Tenerife Titans they are in, because it is what it is, then they could really benefit off of that. You see there's only 2 smokes left over. If they wait for a few more seconds, they most likely will find an opponent that has no utility to hold them up from a push, for example.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty defensive right now. I'm kind of liking what Level Up is going for here. I really am. But they have to be swift in executing it.
One
That's
smoke
it.
left. Just saying that. There you go. Immediately hopping on side. Oh, danger. Avian. What? Was he?
Yeah.
I think he was hoping for a flash from his teammate, didn't he?
Yeah. He was counting on a flash, or there was a flash thrown, and he was thinking it might have to be avoided a bit differently. In Goose, it's Viltrex, and of course from Long already rotations coming through. Impulse trying to be, well, impactful, but unfortunately can't make it anywhere beyond Gandalf. Level Up, perhaps, I'm not going to say Avian was too fast, but certainly could have taken a few more seconds of time before approaching the site itself. His teammates have not even crossed short by the time he had come towards the cross of CT. So endangering his life with that, of course, and the entire team's life with that. But then again, it happens. They tried it, and I respect the hustle in this regard. Let's see if they can make it better next time they go for something like that. It's a rebuy up on Necrogenesis, on D. Necrogenesis with the Galil, and a CZ for Impulse.
For now, it looks a lot like Rafter and Co, though they had high casualties, still get themselves in the right place for the moment. The Titans, by the way, ruling out Long in the end. If ruling out A Long, this is a crucial position they don't need to take care of anymore. Could help them to set reinforcements in a different direction. The thing is, how fast can Sereni Poncharni come over from short? I think not fast enough. ABN has a bit of a read on it. Denies access. And there's the call. Do you rather save, even with 2K on somebody like Viltrax, or what is your call in the moment? Because I think it would make most sense, actually. I don't see the retake happening.
Yeah, it's a little bit late already. They don't really have the positional advantage. It's 100% safe here. The best case scenario is to rebuy the next and hope that you can put an end to the menace that is level up. But in this case, I really am a bit surprised that they fall away from a chance of a retake that quickly even. You know, you would have thought that being in a 3v4 position on an A site retake, you would at least attempt to get a frag, maybe two, and then see if you can attempt to go for the retake. But level up, I am very much enjoying how they're playing here, how well they keep themselves composed, and that are not, you know, that they're not jumping the gun, looking for free frags, looking for free kills. That they're really just taking it inch by inch, making sure they first establish a good economy and a bit of an advantage before they start pushing the tempo and really punishing Tenerife Titans even further for their mistakes.
And here's the thing, we talked about momentum a lot on Dust 2 especially. And we saw Secret nearly fall to their opponent's momentum. How much more is Level Up capable of going fast and swift into this? So far so good. I mean, again, a good bit of room taken towards mid, a key point of Dust 2 if you're not too aware about it. And the good thing is that they finally left somebody over on long. Because we saw this being pushed in the past. We saw this being pushed in the past a good bit. Here lands the mid to be smoke. That pretty much triggers Tunnels to be having a blocked vision. And you see what I see over. There's zero smokes left on the Titans. Zero.
Well, they like to smoke, so, you know, not good for your lungs, people, but we'll see if helps them any. Good start. Sharani holds pit position. He's a little bit late in throwing that flash down and will be punished for that. Necrogenesis immediately turning it back on its head. With the op on D, this can still get out of hand, and he finds double magic as well in towards Elevator. It's AVN that finds the first. This Viltrex is holding the line. Viltrex finds one more. AVN. Oh, snap. That cuts it close, but luckily for Level Up, it cuts it just above the bone. Doesn't get too crazy.
Oh, man. 25 HP or something left on AVN. It's really not much left, and you see it in the economy of Level Up that it's time for them to actually level up their own economy, to level up their opportunities, to level up them having a few more dollars in the bank account, because in the long run, that can really bite you.
Yeah, it really can. And right now, Level Up, they want to make sure they first secure the bomb plant and then play duck hunting. Oh, Sharani. Okay, hold on. You can't count out double magic as long as he has a deagle in his hands. Unfortunately, he's a little bit too fast to utilize it. Not exactly Dirty Harry with it. 5-1 should be the scoreline we're looking at. D is down. But they should be able to keep control in this case.
Ouch. Avian loses his head in the process. Shawnee trying his best with the deagle. I mean, he proved twice what he's capable of doing. Make it free. But I very much doubt that this wonderful pocket cannon with the 50 cal coming and spitting out of its mouth is getting much more than that. Very highly doubted, and I think we both agree on this being fairly impossible. as we say. So, my dear friend over. Sorry, told. 5-1, and Level Up really feel comfortable on this right now. Once more, considering this is not their pick, I think this is something we really have to mention. They have not decided to play this. They didn't feel like picking us to. Understandably, Tenerife Titans played a quite decent bit here against Secret. But what I like so much about Level Up, I have to say, they've surely taken a lot of hits, right? They continuously take hits. They somehow missed the opportunity to really dive in the top 30 or 40. Best placement ever was in the top 50. Still, they're taking the hits and they continuously stay in the core. The core lineup stays. I think this is once more a very crucial aspect in professional gaming. I mean, it sounds always so ridiculous, right? But it's a crucial aspect, period.
No, it's true what you say. It's absolutely true. It's like, it's the core lineup. It's the... Once the team is feeling comfortable, once the team is set in stone, it's going to work so much better than anything else. Than any other team that is mixed up a little bit. Though, speaking of mixed up, this round is a bit mixed up. It's a bit wonky. Impulse trying to bait out the shot, feeling too lucky, and, well, unfortunately D likewise. Second round to Tenerife Titans. And that is going to be at least a bit of a successful storyline here to begin with. And not only that, they even break the stride for Level Up.
And so, I think, do we have a cancel? No, I think D might just use this to talk a little bit through. Two to 5, as you very obviously see. Momentum stopped for a second. The Glocks and the upgrade pistols shouldn't bring them too much. There's obviously Yop. Just practicing a little bit. And a 3-5 for the Tenerife Titans. Shows us what the lads are capable of doing. But obviously, back to the AKs. Back to the proper rifles. No real standout player, maybe outside of Sharni on the side of Tenerife Titans, 9 frags, but for the course of the rounds played, nothing too outstanding yet. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too concerning. I think I'm happy. This game so far keeps on delivering.
Yeah, it keeps on giving. There's nothing out of the, well, you can say out of the blue getting to us. Level Up do lose AVN early on, but they seem to have composure. And oh, I love this camera angle. It's so smooth. Let's see. Okay, that's a good start. 3v4, it's doable. The Level Up can make it... I was about to say, can make it happen if Necrogenesis doesn't die on long, but...
Yes, question.
Yeah.
And so, the 3-5. It's going to be really, really difficult for Level Up to bounce back into this. As I say, that's D proving us wrong. Triple kill already brought to him, but Viltrax knows how to counter. Short player has been backing off. He could plant the bomb fairly safe. Is exactly going to do so. Sharni over on ramp, and now it needs to be D playing bottom book.
Oh,
the quad is secured.
Hold on.
Oh, what a beast he is, and he slaughters them one by one by one. Ah, this is enjoyable. Tell me what you want, man. This is absolutely wonderful.
That was beautiful to watch.
Take a look at it.
Oh, this is how you wanna see this guy play. This is what you want to see out of this guy. And he's been delivering every single time we've been seeing him play. He's been having one hell of a performance. And by the way, am I seeing this right? Yeah, it's 3 AWPs for Tenerife Titans. Holy what? Okay, they're really putting up a bit of a wall here. But level up, saved by the grace of D there.
Oh man, Oliver. I mean, those are the plays that you live for. Those are the plays you enjoy. Man, this is experience. Thousands of hours of experience paying off. And so, Raftu waiting back in spawn. Here's the players rotating. Hope that he gets the right timing off of it. Never say never. Might just do so, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have the awareness. He does. And now it's only Viltrex standing. And look how fast things turn by just a single player finding an outstanding ace.
I mean, it really just turns on its head immediately in this triple op setup. I'm not sure I've ever seen it work on Dust and on any map, really. There are a few occasions where you see it succeed, of course, but to buy into a triple op, it just feels absurd and just completely out of place. Tenerife Titans, they're lucky to keep both players alive in this case, so they're able to save up and muster up for the next whatever they can, but the next is an eco regardless, and the Serbian squad is going to enjoy the end here because 7-3 is the scoreline they're going to be going for. Not only that, it's 8-3 most likely behind all of it, unless the double up can make a difference.
Oh, man. So worrying. You really got to say you hate to see this as a fan of Tenerife Titans. Tell me whatever you want.
Yeah, you hate to see it how it goes. That's just the best way to put it. It's I'm not like, again, I'm just not sure I follow the reasoning behind them choosing double up. It really perplexes me because it's not something that I think they can handle, especially not against a team like Level Up. In any case, D gets tagged, so the start is good again. It's going to be a little bit more rocky. As I said, double up is potentially going to change the outcome of the round itself if they have the luck of the draw and pick the pace up, getting the first few.
And take a look at that. That's enjoyable teamwork. Impulse falling. And you ask yourself for the double up. Here you go, over. Just try to learn, but I agree. Initially, I agreed with your statement. It seems to be a bit off, but maybe this is something you just simply don't expect. Here's the first $4,750 weapon landing on the ground. Just avoid the ops. I mean, it sounds simple, over, but just avoid the ops.
I mean, yeah, just avoid the ops. I mean, it's simple as it sounds. It might be a little bit harder to pull it off. And right now, Shadani, good shot, but unfortunately for him, Avian is ready for the second. As his teammate falls, it's Calibert coming in through short. Does he even go for this? I would dare say just save up the op, mate. I'm not even sure why you'd linger here. It's a 3-on-3, no kit, no utility, no Kevlar even. Just get the hell out of dodge. Don't even attempt this. Save the op. That's it. Save it. Save it.
Over. The heartbreak, isn't it? I really don't get it.
No, neither. I'm not sure why they linger there with a weapon like that, right? I mean, considering the fact that they could have had an op saved up here, and they, obviously they're going to go for the double op. Yeah, sure, but it's like they could have had one of the ops for free, plus all the utility they ever want on a player like that. So it just kind of baffles me. Calibert, good start though. Impulse going to be caught on long. He tried to get his timing right, and he thought he could do it, but to start, it's clean. Level up. They lose the first player, and immediately so. Ooh.
Ouch.
On short now, Calibert.
There you go.
Speedy Gonzalez.
You talked about the AWPs not being a good idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, not to blame.
Triple AWPs. Triple, not double.
Pardon, excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, double still might not work out, but right now it's actually looking good.
I feel where you're coming from. So, terrorists focusing on mid, those two smokes laying down there. Ouch. Now it's got to be fast. If they now find no punishment by Kaller, that might work. And the smokes fade. You got to be fast with the bomb. You got to be really, really fast. He makes it in time. Hits the ground. Wiltrex is denied. And now the narrow spot's over. Now those choke points that you can't hardly skip might become a problem for the Titans that are having a man advantage, that showed us pure skill and strength individually speaking. The utility is limited on level up. But once more, just to mention that one, it's the choke points that now make the difference. The flashbang lands over, D is waiting behind the stones, and his accuracy as a marksman is now so goddamn needed. Once he peeks up, you gotta hit the first shot. Once more blinded, now trying to push out, can't hit the first. Big problem coming in, and that is the end. Oh, the Riflers over.
The Riflers is what secures it, and the double up seems to have made his way into a successful take as well. Enough time to really defuse. It's perfectly done. Tenerife Titans, a few more seconds longer and they would have lost it, but level up perhaps a little bit too eager to close it out themselves. And money is there. They'll be able to rebuy. Op should be up for Impulse as far as I can tell. Yeah, there we go. Impulse with the op. A discussion that you and I have had for a little while now, or a little while. Every single time we see level up really is like, who is the primary opera? Is it Impulse? Is it D? They like to switch it out, and I'm fairly certain it depends a little bit on the mood of the players. That's one of the bigger parts, and the second part is also that I think the map really depends who plays the op and when and such. Impulse, previously being hailed as one of the best operas from the Balkan region. Today, D doing the same. So it's definitely like, for both players, it's a no stranger weapon, I could say. Level up. Weird. That Molotov didn't really work out, did it?
Not a slightest bit, no. But I think still, considering this is not their map pick and everything, still fairly decent. I mean, Dust 2 still a bit of a grab back, if you ask me. The level up have fairly bit more experiencing. By the way, picking up a win against 9, the Turkish team, today. 16-7, fairly convincingly. And 2 very close ones against Adaption, 16-14 and 13. Absolutely not convincing. We have to say, that's not convincing.
Ooh, shot and he only good for 1. And with Double Magic trying to get in closer, he's going to pay quite a high price to secure, or to not even secure, but just get the information. It's a long push. 24 seconds. Time is everything. Level up need to make a speedy move towards the site itself. Knife in hand. Raptor holds the line. What is this? AVN still wins the duel.
No.
Necrogenesis the second on short. That
he
is
has no nades.
That is going to be a kidding moment.
There are multiple things that were really debatable to me. Going out with a knife that close on ramp, man, oh man. That's a risk initially, right? But then, not finding the kill. The second one at least, Yeah.
Quite a few factors that had to go right there. Unfortunately, none of them coincide. Whew. So, I know why you sighed there, and I know exactly why you sighed. 3 SMGs, 2 M4s, and no kits, at the very least. That's a nightmare scenario for the Tenerife Titans, especially when you have to deal with level up and their current mode of aggression that seems to be just endless and relentless. And I like this from Sharani, though. He's reading into the minds of his countrymen, and he might actually get the back of their minds easily.
He might do so. And again,
oh no.
Deals 21.
Oh, no.
21 over. It's not, not a lot of damage. The lurk from AVN is going to become interesting, I have to say, over. Because how is that going to pay off in the long run? Is he catching that many rotators off guard or not? Might just do nope, actually denied. Brilliant job from Caliber, by the way. Goes up in the boxes and uses smokes for his advantage. Necrogenesis, last man standing with one more to his left-hand side. No chance. Big work by Kalu. Very, very big work by Caliber.
Again, doing the majority of the work, and yeah, it's Tenerife Titans saved by the bell. I mean, they're forced by succeeds, where in normal circumstances one would dismiss it before it even began. And 5-9, it gives them a chance to keep this first half somewhat in their own hands. It is the last round right here, right now, and we can see that the economy of Level Up is in shambles. 2 Deagles, Galil, AK, Scout, very little utility. It really is a perfect round here for Tenerife Titans to take.
Yeah, very true. And the thing that is worrying about, we also have only 2 sample sizes of Tenerife Titans. They're way much better on the T side. Let's see if that's going to be the case, as in the meantime, Necrogenesis is eliminated. You saw right there a bit of composure missing due to the fact that teammate is being flashed. Here comes the AK swap, and Raftu is being eliminated. Serene can't stand much more. The same. Now you gotta really rule out if do you want to go B? Do you want to go A? Pardon, that's what I meant. Yes, they decide to go for short. And I can't say that I'm very much on par with this. I can't say that this is very much the satisfying move that I would have expected. Either way, Impulse gets it down, and now his aggression.
Ooh, that's
an interesting move.
He's thinking the wrong way, and he's definitely hearing
he saw
something. Yeah, he saw double magic. Oh, even tags him up. 9 bullets, that's all he has to deal with here. And can he get a line of attack? No. Caliber,
Unlucky.
too good. And
Unbearable.
yeah, we could say a little bit unlucky, but also in the fact that, it wasn't meant to be. He had the position that really, really didn't favor him. So the fact that he even gets the tag there on one of them is already surprising to me.
Yeah. There's one thing I really want to give to you, though, which bothers me a little bit in that setup we just saw, is a matter of fact that they killed 2 players on short, right? They found the first one through the smoke. The other one was pushing through actively. At that point in time, there needs to be some finger snapping saying, okay, we killed 2 on A, 2 are pushing short. There's no universe. Because your first thinking is like, yeah, we killed everybody on A. But the initial thinking in this was they were forcing themselves so much onto short that there must be more. They're not stupid. So at that point in time, I would have expected something else than this blatant pushing in. It is what it is, obviously. So, 6-9. Still working for Level Up, and seems like a sports car is arriving on B over.
It is a very fast take. Necrogenesis is going to somehow still stay alive as he finds a frag. He finally falls, but D supports with that hold. 3v4 as Tenerife Titans are going to try and take the site, but they're going to be overwhelmed. AVN, double magic, and everybody just chiming in. Dimke coming in alone through upper. He's the last man standing. I'm a bit surprised Level Up actually go for the retake like that. They had no information exactly, and yet they still jump on the gun without actually allowing Dimke to get close. It surprises me to no avail, but it is going to be the second pistol to Tenerife Titans, so at least they're going to be able to contend there after a rather okay-ish half compared to the previous map they played. Should be an eco here for Level Up.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a new song, by the way, that gives me the power. Ooh. We had September recently?
Mm-hmm.
It is now Michael Jackson, They Don't Care About Us.
Oh, okay.
Absolute banger.
Fair enough. That's an old golden song. I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson.
Either way, the King of Pop can't help you here. Maybe if you do a moonwalk back into pit or fight frags like that. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous, the amount of damage they dealt.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like, damn, you guys sure you ain't some sort of juggernauts or something? Wink, wink.
Oh, that's. I remember actually a real story from Over and myself doing this shortly. I remember them being there in Bosnia, Banja Luka, where they were really having their debut on LAN as this lineup, of course. And they were getting decently far. They were really putting up a good fight. You have to give them that. And that made it really impressive and very enjoyable. This team, ever since, trying to climb and climb. It's already also obviously a long path, but you know.
Yeah. It's never easy. That's it. It's never easy. And yeah, I recall like the first debut they had on LAN was, I mean, they had an amazing run at the mill. They really had a great performance that I think exceeded all expectations. And they really gained a lot of respect in my eyes when I saw them there for the first time live. And back then there was no Necrogenesis, it was still Shadani playing with them, and they did a splendid job. Like, and compared to back then to today, the difference is just it's like light years between how good they are today compared to back then.
Yeah, it's still a bit of composure missing from time to time, I have to say. That's what it looks like, at least.
Well,
In the meantime,
doesn't seem to mind. Viltrex! Oh, Viltrex! What? All three line up. The funeral proceedings begin.
All right, there, over.
I mean, come on, man. It's like, what the hell? Level up. One by one. Let's go, boys. As you said, composure.
That's all right, over. I'm okay with that. you're hitting it hard. Either way, 9-9 it is. Level Up really struggling right now with the weaponry in hand. And for the moment, Raftu and Co. look where they can land with the weaponry. I mean, 3 players in tunnel, obviously clear dedication towards a position. Molotov to check the doors, nothing behind doors. And here's a clear call, actually. We could try mid to B, but let's stack towards B if that's going to pay off. To some degree, at least. I mean, 1 frag found by the sides of Level Up. And so Impulse follows his impulse and tries his best. But ain't much happening.
Natural born predator, always hunting for more. Unfortunately, not going to be too accurate. Well, Tenerife Titans, for the first time in this game, take the lead. And not only that, they put themselves in a great position between Level Up and Tenerife, because in this case, it's the point that they are able to control the economy of the CTs. That's the biggest point they're making here, the biggest impact they're making. As Level Up, they cannot afford to lose this, or they'll be facing the music of 13, maybe more rounds in before they have any sort of response. And look at Raftu, holy wow, he just goes out wild. And now he does get fragged immediately afterwards, so it's not exactly the best of openers and the best of trades, but not only does this give Tenerife Titans a bit of a upper hand and forces Level Up to split their defense, to stretch their defense thin, it also puts more pressure on Level Up in general and really puts them in a worrisome state.
Very much indeed. Very, very much indeed. And here it is. I mean, the statistics, you know, low sample size doesn't necessarily need to lie. There's a tendency of it lying. There's a great T side the Titans deliver, as though Necrogenesis gives a good night kiss to Caliber and says, "Sleep well, little prince." The rest of Level Up, fairly split, and especially the B side, again, vulnerable. Yeah, I mean, the tendency right now for the Titans makes a lot of sense, what we're seeing.
Can you say that again? Vulnerable?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Okay,
Vulnerable.
my bad. I was like, wait, what the hell? Sorry, I didn't.
All good. Don't worry.
I didn't catch that. Just.
Oh no! The barrel!
Oh,
the barrel's in between. And this is the move that bothers me so much.
I'm not sure I understand why he would swing wildly.
I think I know why. I think he heard Viltrex coming up from it and knew he's trapped.
Fair enough.
That's the only logical explanation I have. In the meantime, we can elaborate on that in a second over. Right now, we take a look at Double Magic picking up his Eagle as no chance. And, quickly coming to the point that you wanted to say there, the 11-9, inevitable if the op of D, I think it was, would have not pushed towards the counter op of Double Magic. But I think it was really a player that he heard pushing up mid, coming from window, that he had to do something. Because otherwise he could try to buy time. He could try to buy as much time as possible, just wait it out, try to get a good rotation whilst the opponents are obviously focused on him. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what that kind of explains it well, and it kind of gives good reason why he did that. Just felt
only
wrong nonetheless, right?
Other than that, it was a bad move. Sounds harsh, but
yeah, it unfortunately didn't do anything to help Level Up And unfortunately, this round will do neither of that as well, as 12-9 is starting to mark up into a little bit of a distinctive advantage. Luckily, they had a bit more money left than initially thought, so they are able to reinvest. Is it a double up again? Yep, it will be. D finds himself on that part. And Impulse, he's only at 6 frags right now, I just noticed, and at 11 for AVN, both having a quiet game. Dimke at 10. I'm not going to say, both Dimke and AVN are at least still on the board, but for Impulse, this is definitely a new low. I'm not used to seeing him struggle this much, really. I'm not.
No, not at all.
What? Oh. What? Chardonnay.
Tell me, over. What goes through your head from time to time?
He just lost 56 HP on his own Molotov. It's like, come on, my dude. Gotta be more careful than that.
True. Happens from time to time to the best. As now, Raftu getting Necrogenesis. Chardonnay fails to find the frag there, over there on A site. Yet again, what a difficult retake over. It's not going to be that easy. And Level Up, looking brilliantly, have not found any rounds ever since. Ever since! They're struggling massively to find a foothold on it, as it seems like the Bulgarian powerhouse doesn't know where the brakes are and keeps on hitting and hitting and hitting. With Level Up once more retreating, no chance.
They might not have any breaks at all, and in this case, Level Up, they'll have to set themselves up as a living barrier to stop them in any position, though. The double up being saved and the M4, it gives them a chance to rebuy, and it should be enough to put the back into a full investment. Yet, is it going to be enough? Is it going to make a difference, though? That is the real question everybody should be asking themselves, and we're about to find out. This is it. Tenerife Titans, they're about to get to map point, unless Level Up can make something out of the current state of affairs that they're in.
I actually recently changed my brake pads by myself. Was very happy that I did, but I was horribly stupid at one point. So, saying that.
Are they ceramic now, like ceramic?
No, Jesus, no, not the discs, just the the pads. But they're also ceramic pads, which create less brake dust. But
they heat up a lot, don't they?
The ceramic ones?
Yeah.
The pads or the
brakes?
I will discuss with you in a second about that.
Fair enough,
in the meantime, it seems like it's running hot over there on the A side anyway.
Definitely heating up, yeah.
So
water boiling.
For now, over. It's boiling over a little bit. That's true.
Level Up is in trouble, man. They're in deep trouble.
And for now, maybe they already closed it out. I think there was one game we saw against Aves where Level Up also was performing horribly on the first map, and actually said, you know what? Okay, that's it. That's it. This is map number 1. Forget about it, guys. You might remember. And then they were diving so hard into Inferno. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. That was at the end of July. It was the morning game we did. It was 16-8 for Vertigo for Aves. They took them down quite convincingly. And then Inferno, 16-3 for Level Up. They literally destroyed them 13-2 on the half.
You have a great memory.
Unfortunately, they lost it in the third and final of Train at 16-6, 11-4 on the half. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, my memory is jogged by the fact that I can open up my little bit of a...
it's still impressive.
Yeah,
don't play it down, over. Come on. You don't deserve to play it down.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for that. Well, this is it.
It is. And so, Raftu, hiding behind the smoke, waiting for his teammate to support.
Ouch.
This is absurd performance right now from the Tenerife Titans. They really feel comfortable. The driver's seat is theirs. As for now, every single one of those 5 cylinders is firing. Vanos activated, so the right kind of opening of the mixture is coming in when needed. Aggressiveness, slow, whatever way they need it. Impulse, left alone on long dives. To quickly answer your question, yes, ceramic brakes have to be exchanged fairly much earlier because they fade earlier. That's very much true. Yep. But
you know me, I'm not a specialist. I've just heard
I'm not neither. I'm
neither.
neither.
I mean, far more than I am. So
maybe a little bit, but not too much.
Come on, don't downplay that. You know.
No,
you're
I'm not.
pretty
I'm
damn
not a
at
good
this.
engineer at all. I just know how to swap things from time to time when I watch a YouTube tutorial.
But Vincent, you're German. How are you not an engineer? Okay.
I never tried. I was bad with maths. Either way, seems like the maths doesn't count up for level up at the moment, as their equation doesn't work at all. Molly comes deep from Rafter, which it was a good idea. He wants to deny them to go back to fight the frag, probably.
That was pretty cool if he'd been able to do that. Yeah.
Very much indeed.
Unfortunately, they do lose caliber as Tenerife Titans are feeling a little bit too lucky. And, well, when you feel lucky, you know what the next question is, but we'll keep you guys wondering. Level up. They cannot make a mistake anymore. That much is clear. AVN peeks out mid doors, gets absolutely smashed to bits and pieces. I'm not sure what is happening here with Tenerife Titans. What is this split across the map? Why is the bomb in T-base and getting killed right now? Raftu taking down Necrogenesis, down to Dimke it goes, and he doesn't even know there's a player in CT. What in the world has just happened? Tenerife Titans, how do you secure a victory when you've already lost the round? Well, you do, and they did. 16-9, final score, map 1 is gone. Okay.
Well, that was pretty much it. We're heading into a little break. We'll be back with map number 2 in just a few seconds.
Initialize booting. These are your targets. You must find, capture and contain them until extraction vehicle arrives. Witnesses are irrelevant. Leave them unharmed if you can. End of a transmission.